Hey students, welcome to the homework help video. This is the assignment here assigned on Tuesday the 22nd of January. If this is not the assignment that you have, then you are on the wrong video. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. Number 4 states to find the length of EF. Well, here's E, here's F. Find this length right here. Okay, now notice we have an angle. Here we go again. I've been over this in class today a lot. Here's your angle, and here's your angle bisector. How do I know it's a bisector? Because this angle here is congruent to this angle here. Okay, so I have my angle bisector right here, and remember the theorem we learned. If you have an angle and an angle bisector, this point right here is equidistant from this side and this side. So that means these two lengths are equal. So I can come over here and I can say x plus 1 equals 2x minus 1. Alright, well, let's go ahead and subtract x from both sides, and that would cancel these out. We're left with 1 equals x minus 1. And now let's add 1 to both sides, and we're left with 2 equals x. I did not ask you to solve for x. I asked you to find the length of EF. So the length of EF equals x plus 1. Do you see it? Here's EF, x plus 1. Well, obviously we're going to substitute what in for x? 2. So EF equals 3. Okay, let's continue on. Let's take a look at number 11. And pretty simple again. It's all just basic stuff, but here's your big angle. Y'all see the big angle right here? And then here's this line right here. And we're going to call that a bisector. I know it's bisecting because this angle right here is congruent to this angle here. So we learned the angle bisector theorem. If we have an angle that's bisected and a point lies on that bisector, that point right there is equidistant from both sides. So this length right here is the same as this length here. Well, this length is called what? X. This length is called what? 6. And if you'll look in your book, they're asking you this time to find the value of x. Well, if this length is 6, this length is 6, then obviously x has to equal 6. Pretty simple. Let's take a look at number 14. Number 14. Now here they're going a little backwards, but let's see if we can't figure this out, okay? They want you to find the measure of angle JKM. Now here's J. Here's J, follow J along. Here's K, and then up to M. So they want us to find this angle right here, right here. All right, so don't lose sight of that. Now watch and see if this makes sense. We can do this. A little difficult, but you can do this. All right, so we're trying to find this angle right here with the green dot. Now, do you see how I've got a big angle? Here's my big angle. Everybody should see that, okay? All right. And then notice we have a bisector right here. All right. Now, I know that because first of all the symbols, but also look right here. Look at this. I have this segment here congruent to this segment here. So if that's the case, I have to have congruent angles. So with all of this in mind, if this little angle right here is 38 degrees, then this angle right here also has to be 38 degrees. Okay? Alright, so there we are. Let's move on to the next one, which would be number 15. Number 15. Alright. Number 15, they want us to find the length of SV, which is this length right here. Well, this is getting really redundant. I think you guys are really getting this. It's pretty simple. I have an angle bisected, and I know it's bisected because this angle is congruent to this angle. And anytime you have a point that lies on the angle bisector, this length right here is going to be congruent to this length here. So if VU equals 18, then SV also has to equal 18. So SV equals 18. Pretty simple stuff. And then the last problem, find LK. Find the length of LK right there. Well, again, this is getting pretty redundant. We know that we have a big angle right here with an angle bisector. We know it's a bisector because this angle is congruent to this angle. So when that happens, if there's a point on the bisector, we know that point is equidistant from the sides of the angle. So we know this length right here, x, has to be equal to this length here, which is 2x minus 3. So x equals 2x minus 3. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. These would cancel, leaving me with a negative 3. Now here, x minus 2x is negative 1x. So now I better take my negative 1x and divide by negative 1. Take your negative 3 and divide by negative 1. Those cancel. X equals 3. Now we're not trying to find x, we're trying to find the length of LK. But in this case, what does LK equal? The length of LK is x. So in this case, the length of LK is 3. All right, and that's it. Very short assignment. I knew it would not take a long time, but that is the assignment.